So today is a really special video. I have these new KURYAKYN Atto Turning Signal adapters here. KURYAKYN has partnered up with Kellermann moto, which is making these little light bulbs right here. To tell you a little bit about KURYAKYN, KURYAKYN is one of the biggest aftermarket motorcycle parts companies out there. This is where I get all my parts from. I got these levers right here. Those are phantom levers for my Challenger. I got these from KURYAKYN, for example. They have a bunch of other stuff out there for Harley Davidson, for Indian, for a bunch of metric bikes. And in this video, the LED bulbs that you find right here, these are by Kellermann moto. They are making these lights for all kinds of bikes. If you want this on your dirt bike, if you want this on your cruiser, they got you covered. So this specific light right here is for my bike, for my 2020 Indian Challenger. I am going to show you what's inside the box. I'm going to show you all the installation instructions. We will hop then later to my bike, install everything together, and then we are going to take it out on the road together with another Challenger, so we have a direct comparison in the split screen compared to both bikes, and we will see which one will win, David or Goliath. So I would say without further ado, let's hop right into the unbox video. So all these three parts work together. You got your rear Atto turning signal adapters for your Chieftain. Those are these guys right here. Part number is 2843 that you can see right here on the top left corner. Next part, very important, you need two of these M8 20mm adapters. Part number 2568. These are very important. If you don't have these guys, then you won't be able to finish your installation. Next part we got right here, those are the KURYAKYN by Kellermann LED bulbs. These come in different variations. Over here you can see my application is red, amber, lens color is clear, and the finish is satin black. Comes also in chrome, smoke finish, and more. Check it out. Inside the KURYAKYN box you will find following. First part, we have these rear Atto light adapters for your left and right side. You will get two of these. One pair, second pair. Included in the box are two screws that will hold the two adapters together. Also in the same box you will have two washers and two M8 nuts. Also in the box is a 3/8 socket driver tool. Next thing in the box, you have these KURYAKYN step-by-step instructions on exactly how to install your rear Atto turning signal adapters. Everything is nicely broken down with pictures for easy installation. Inside here is following. This right here is an M8 20mm adapter for your rear turning signals. You are going to route the cables of your LED bulbs through this hole. Next we will check out what's inside the KURYAKYN by Kellermann LED bulb box. Here you will find your light that looks like that, with the wires. To give you guys an idea how small these lights are, watch this. Very small. I call this guy the Goliath, I call this one the David. Which one will win? We'll find out in a minute. And the last piece inside the Kellermann LED bulb box are these heat shrinks. Alright, this will cover all the parts. Let's go ahead and install it on my bike. Alright guys, we're gonna start the installation right here on my motorcycle. You wanna make sure it's leveled, so it's straight, and the engine is cooled off. There's three 10mm bolts. You wanna grab a ratchet with a 10mm socket. And you kinda wanna actually look underneath the fender right here from the inside. There's three bolts you wanna take off. There is nothing you can do on the outside besides taking off the turning signals. The first step is to go underneath the bike with your ratchet and unscrew the whole assembly from the fender. So let me do this first. Alright guys, I have taken off all three bolts in the back. Now it's time to disconnect the turn signal. So when you flip it over like that, you will see that there's these little wire harnesses right there. So disconnect these on both sides. When you flip it over, that connector here, the harness with the green and black wire, disconnect that as well. So you can take the whole assembly off. So I would say let's go ahead, grab your Allen key and go ahead and take these guys off. Alright guys, now we have disconnected the turning signals. Now it's time to go back to my workbench and put the lights together. Alright guys, so first what you want to make sure is that you grab your adapter and put them together like this and locate the right side. So right here we'll see how it's going to fit and how it's going to look like. Alright guys, first step. Grab your LED bulb and untangle it from the thingy here. Now take the ends of your wires and rotate them together. That will make it easier to put it through the adapter. Now you want to take off this little nut over here. Take it off completely and put it to the side. Guys, next step, you want to take your wire, take your adapter with the flat face moving towards your LED bulb, put this through and run the whole thing through. Screw the flat part towards your LED bulb. Just like that. Now go ahead, grab your adapter, grab your light bulb, put it in here like this. Make sure the flat part of the bulb goes right into that little slot right here. Put the other part of the adapter on top, just like that. Take your screw that was provided and put the screw in the hole. Take your Allen key and screw it in. Don't worry about it being loose right now. Once you put it into the adapter, this thing won't move. Next step, grab your wiring and run it through the hole. Run the adapter through the hole, just like that. Once you have put the thread through the hole, you want to take your M8 nut and one of the provided washers and run them through the cable this way, all the way through. Screw it in with your finger. Then you want to take your socket, half-inch socket, put the adapter in. Do the same thing again. Run it through the wire. Attach it to the nut. Do as much as you can with your finger. Take a wrench and tighten it up. Alright guys, once you have attached both sides, the end result would look like this. You will have your screw right there. There's a washer in between. And you tighten up your bolts one more time on both sides. And then you're good to go. I would say let's go ahead and install it, baby. Alright guys, we brought the bracket back to the bike and I just want to show you how I have mine zip tied. So I zip tied everything right here below, so nothing is visible, nothing is sticking out or anything. You want to make sure that you take that rubber cover, align it with your bracket so you can put the holes through. That should slide right in there. And now it's time to put the bolts back on. Before you do this, we're gonna do a quick light test with this adapter and see if all the lights work. Alright, all the lights work flawlessly. Now it's time to bolt everything back in. Alright, now since we have tested the functionality of the light and we know that every single light mode is working, including the turning signals, brake light and running light, we are going to put the 3 bolts from the inside of the fender back into the bike. Alright guys, so we have both bikes. On the right you have my bike with the Atto rear turning signal adapters. On the left side you have Pauly's bike. As you can see, both lights are extremely bright. These small little LED bulbs have a lot of output out there. Here you can see from far away how bright they actually are. They seem actually a little bit brighter than the stock lights from this angle right here, especially in the brake lights and when you apply the turning signals. Here we have a drive-by going in very slow speeds, applying the turning signal as well. And here's some close-up shots with my bike right here with the rear auto turning signal adapters, and Paulie's bike with the stock lights. Alright guys, we are back in my garage, and now let me tell you exactly what my thoughts are on these lights. At nighttime, I can 100% tell you that these lights are brighter than stock, especially the turning signal and the brake light. But it also comes with a couple of flaws. One flaw is the surface area. The LED turning signal bulbs from Kellermann moto are extremely small, so naturally they come with less surface area. Now, these LED bulbs sit a little bit too far in the KURYAKYN ATTO adapter housing. What that does is it takes away a little bit of the surface area of these small little LED bulbs. If KURYAKYN can work it out somehow where they make the LED bulbs sit flush with the adapter housing and expose a little bit more of the LED bulb surface area, you're gonna have a perfect product, I guarantee you. Why don't we jump into my bike and I explain to you exactly how that looks like. Right here you guys can see what I'm exactly talking about. So here you got the LED turning signal from Kellermann moto sitting in the KURYAKYN ATTO adapter housing. If you look at it right here, you can tell that the LED bulb sits too far inside the auto turning signal adapter housing. Yes, it will produce a nice beam from the back, straight from the back, but the moment you are next to the bike, the LED bulb starts to disappear because it sits just too far inside the housing. So at this point you can see it completely disappears within the auto turning signal adapter housing. And I think if KURYAKYN is going to make the adapter where the LED bulb sits flush right here with the adapter housing, it will be the perfect light. Now if we compare both lights, the stock setup and the LED bulbs from Kellermann moto, in daytime, I gotta say the stock lights have the upper hand here. The reason for that is you just have a nice big surface area, and the adapter actually is flush right here with the lens. So no matter from which angle you look at daytime, you will always see a red light. So long story short, daytime riding, the stock lights have a little bit the upper hand right here with the LED turning signals, unless KURYAKYN fixes the clearance issue with the auto turning signal adapters and the LED bulbs. KURYAKYN make it flush with the auto turning signal adapters and they're gonna be perfect. Alright guys, if you are asking me, I'm gonna leave these lights definitely on my bike. I just love how they perform at night. I love how they look like. It definitely cleans up the whole back of the bike. By the way, KURYAKYN, thank you so much for sending me the product to review. Because of you guys, I was able to make this video possible for the whole Indian Challenger community. Alright guys, this will bring us to the end of the video. I hope you got any value out of this. If yes, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification button as well, so be always notified on my newest videos. This was it. It's your boy G at GE Motovlogs. Ride safe and don't forget, don't fucking die.